Hi everyone, so welcome back. Hopefully you've had a go at exercise 2 there. I'm sure you agree that was lots of fun. So now let's look at the answer. So for each of these sentences we asked you to identify the noun phrases within the sentence and also the head noun within each noun phrase. So the first sentence, two men walked into their local bar and thought that their situation sounded like the start of a joke. We've actually got 4 noun phrases here. We've got two men, so we've got men and there are 2 of them. We've got their local bar, because we've got the bar as the head noun. And which bar was it? It was their local bar. We've got their situation as a noun phrase. Which situation? Their situation. And the start of a joke is a noun phrase. Head noun being joke. Which joke was it? The start of a joke. So then sentence 2, we've got many students felt the dance tutorial was the best, but then again, people are often wrong. 3 noun phrases in this case. We've got many students, students being the head noun, and there are many of them. Dance tutorial, tutorial being the head noun, and it was Dan's tutorial. And people with is the noun phrase, single word noun phrase, so it's only going to have that single word as the head noun. We just describe people. Sentence 3, most people tend to use Windows, but increasingly people are turning to Linux as it's a much better operating system. Very true, I would argue. Here we've got 4 noun phrases. Most people being the first one, with people as the noun phrase. People as the head noun. Windows as being a noun phrase with just a single word. So it's the head noun is the word Windows. Same with Linux. And a much better operating system. Operating system being the head noun. And which operating system? It's a much better one. Now, I did look this up because I wasn't sure if operating system, as 2 words, came as a single noun, and it does, according to the dictionary. So, operating system is considered the noun, the head noun there. Suet can be used to make many different traditional dishes. Suet being the first noun phrase, a single word noun phrase with obviously suet as the head noun, and many different traditional dishes. Second noun phrase. Dishes being the head noun, the key thing we're talking about, and we're talking about many different traditional dishes. I think my black cat thinks I'm rather dull, as he often yawns when I'm talking about my daily routine. One of the longer sentences, but only 2 noun phrases here. My black cat, cat being the head noun, and it's my black, example of cat. And in the same way, my daily routine as a noun phrase. So again, routine being the head noun. Which routine is it? It's my daily one. And then finally, the above sentences show the random stream of rubbish that enters my head at any one time. Most of this sentence is made up of noun phrase. So we've got 2 noun phrases. The first noun phrase being the above sentences. Sentences being the head noun. Which sentences? It's the ones up above. And then the second noun phrase is all centered around the head noun of rubbish. The random stream of rubbish that enters my head at any one time. And everything around that is defining the rubbish. Because it's the random stream of rubbish that enters my head at any one time. That modifies the noun rubbish. So all of that represents the noun phrase. So I hope that all made sense. Have a look back through that if you're still not quite sure. And feel free to rewind the video. So let's remember to do our little chant. Grammar is fun, grammar is fun, grammar is fun. Very, very important as we go through now. So we now know what a noun phrase is. But there are different types of noun phrases. And one that's going to be particularly useful for us is something known as a definite noun phrase. Now, a definite noun phrase is one where the head noun clearly refers to something specific, i.e. something that's been previously mentioned or which is previously known, something which is unique, or something which is being identified by the speaker. And the head noun is prefaced by the definite article in a definite noun phrase. The definite article is the word the. So it may be followed by some adjectives, but for example, the cat, the dog would be examples of definite nouns preceded by a definite article, and they would form definite noun phrases. So I ran over to the dog is an example of the dog. In this case, would be a definite noun phrase. I sat next to the very fluffy cat. In this case, the very fluffy cat would be a definite noun phrase. Because it's a noun phrase, we already know the very fluffy cat would be a noun phrase. But because we're talking about a very specific cat, a single example that we're now describing, or which is previously known, that uses the definite article of the, albeit with some adjectives in between, this is a definite noun phrase. I'm sure you're nearly passing out through the fun here, so do try and take it steady. So as you might imagine, whilst we've got definite noun phrases, we've also got something called indefinite noun phrases. And indefinite noun phrases are ones where the head noun refers to a singular noun where the reader or listener does not know exactly which one to which we're referring. And to identify these, we can think of where the head noun is prefaced by what's known as the indefinite article. So the definite article, remember, is the word the. The indefinite article is the word a or an. And again, it may be potentially followed by some adjectives. Again, we'll come back to that. But let's look at some examples. So before we had I ran over to the dog, here we've got I ran over to a dog. So in this case, a dog would be the noun phrase, and it would be an example of an indefinite noun phrase. I sat next to a very fluffy cat. In this case, a very fluffy cat is the noun phrase, and it's an indefinite noun phrase. So, beyond the fact that you find my voice riveting, why should you care about any of this? Well, because named entities are found in, can anyone guess? They're found in definite noun phrases. So if we're looking for named entities, we're going to need to find definite noun phrases because that's where they are. So that's why I've sort of taken you through the concept of a noun phrase and then definite versus indefinite noun phrases. So now we know where they're hidden and we know what a definite noun phrase is. We've got a bit more information to look for them. So we now know that named entities are found in definite noun phrases. And we also know that definite noun phrases will have head nouns prefaced by the, because a definite noun phrase, by definition, has a head noun that's preceded by the definite article, which is the word the. So it should be easy to identify them automatically, right? Because we can just look for text that starts the followed by a noun. Yeah? Wrong. Afraid no, it's not that simple. So bad luck on that one. What I want you to do now is just think, take a few minutes, take 5 minutes or so, to have a little think why you think it isn't as simple as just saying, can't we just look for the noun phrases that have nouns prefaced by the. So have a little think, and then when you've done that, move on to video 4.